When I'm on the way home.
Okay.
Okay, we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yep. That will be shortly. Did you start it?
Yes.
There it goes.
Hello, hello. Hi, beautiful souls. How are y'all today? Good to see everyone starting to pop on. Hello, hello. Hi, Sissy. Hi, Jen. Hi, Delez. So good to see everyone today. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Lana. Hello. Hi, Jess. Thank y'all for sharing my live. Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa. Y'all know how it goes. I see people already starting to share. Yes, I usually pick from my who is sharing my live to do card reads for. Let me get them. Oop. All right, so as I was picking up the cards, one dropped out. I want to thank everyone who is sharing my live. I so appreciate it. I do choose from who has shared my live to do random card reads from. As I was picking up my cards, one fell out. And so we're going to use this as a group read, a collective read. I don't know if you've ever seen that where someone will choose a card and do a collective read. I'm just tapping into it. What came up is a 5 of Wands. Wands is connected to fire energy, which is fast moving. And 5 is really about competition, rivalry, conflict, disagreements. I know, I do understand there's been a lot of that going on around me, it feels like. I don't know if you've ever been in situations that it's hard to provoke me. It really, really is. And I do usually, like there's been a couple of times recently I've typed things out and I've deleted it because I've known it did not, and I'll sit back and take a couple of deep breaths to make sure I'm sitting in a love vibration. And that's what I would like encourage everyone to do, because people must be having a lot of conflict going on in their lives. There's a lot of you who are feeling there's a lot of rivalry, disagreements, strife, just, things you feel like energy is stuck around you. When you're in that situation, it's hard to, I do understand it's hard to stay in the love vibration when someone is constantly poking you. Like every time you turn around, someone's making a snarky comment or just kind of being underhanded, being two-faced. It's very difficult. But like I've said before, I should take all the things I used to tell my kids over the years and just make a book out of them, because I find I tend to use it a lot lately with in my mentorships and things. Because what I used to tell my kids is, oh yeah, Sarah's having it at work. For this card to fall out, I knew that it was a collective problem that people are having. We can't quote someone else's bad behavior to justify our own. Our own behavior has to stand as good and just as its own. Meaning, let's just say at any given time someone picks up your phone and reads a text that you sent to someone, and it's kind of mean and snarky, and you're like, but wait a minute, let me tell you what they did to me. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You can't justify it. Everything you say and do must be good and true on its own. You can hold your boundaries in love. You absolutely can. And I do know, like, it's funny because the more I have that happen to me, or the more like people kind of poke me, the more I like, oh, I just kind of put my boundary up stronger in love. The other day I was on YouTube and someone had left, I don't know if y'all heard me talk about this, left the most ridiculously mean comment. It was just like, where did that come from? And used to, I would have been offended or hurt, but I just felt so sad that someone could be so ridiculously mean to a perfect stranger. And it was just on one of my videos that I do to lift people up, one of the, I don't know, like daily ones. And so when that happens, I know it's hard to respond in love, but that's what we're called to do. And especially, Sarah, you said it was at work. I've also had that going on where there are people that are closer to me that, nothing you can do about it. Ah, thank you, Sissy. Thank you. Yeah, we're just called to hold our boundaries in love. I don't. The only way to get a reading with me where you pay for it and assured you're getting a reading is on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. I do choose people on here to do card readings from, the ones who have shared my live. I will just randomly choose people that have shared it and do a card reading for them. I was answering someone's question. All right, we're going to do Chantel. Chantel Coolfield, I think your name is. I'm about to ask you to go live, and we are going to do a quick card read.
Hello.
Hi, Chantel. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Sorry, I just put my charger in.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you don't want your phone dying on us.
No.
All right, would you like direction on a certain subject area, or do you just want a general read?
Maybe just what comes up.
Where are you? What country?
I'm Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I could just listen to you talk. I bet you get that all the time from Americans, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Also, real quick, there is a dog in spirit who is popping up. This dog looks like it was kind of a like it was a stocky dog. Those dogs that it wasn't real big as far as height, but it was kind of stocky. It just went go. But such a wussy baby. Like this little dog shows me not little. He just has that little, you know, he's little compared to mine. I have Great Danes. So this
Yeah.
dog is showing me that such a love bug. And you could look into this dog's eyes and just see so much love vibrating out of them. Is this your dog?
I think we had a family dog, but I have pets, but I've got one dog, but he's still here. Well, I've got another dog as well, but he's still here as well.
It's not quite a pit body. It reminds me kind of a boxer. I don't know if you've ever seen those dogs, the boxers.
Yeah.
Reminds me a little bit of that build. Like, yes, stocky, but not quite as stocky as a pit would be.
All right. Okay.
But did you have that kind of dog growing up?
I'm not too sure what type of. We had some dogs, but I'm not too sure what dog.
Okay, very good. Let me see what this little doggy has to say. What are you telling me, honey? Do you currently have 3 dogs?
No, I've just got one. Well, I've got one and then another one that's a family pet.
Very good.
But
I
I've
was
got
seeing-
cats, so it could be that too.
No, I was seeing like this dog was showing me currently on Planet. They were showing me 2 dogs and 1. Like you have 2, which would make sense because you have your own, and then you have this family dog. Who
Yeah.
has another dog that you are attached to that just loves and adores you?
It could be the family. Well, the one that I have, Riley, in the picture, he's the one that's like a baby to me.
It's that third one I keep seeing. Interesting.
I'm not too sure, what the other one would be.
Okay, so let me fill into this before I do this card read. What does this third dog show me? Okay, so I'm not hearing that you want another dog, but there's going to be an opportunity for another dog to come your way.
I would like sometimes, I don't know if I could, too much, but I think it'd be good to have a dog for Riley for a bit of company sometimes.
I was facing because I was acting this dog that is in spirit. I was like, okay, what are you showing me about this third dog? And I saw one, and I think it's just going to play on your heartstrings, Chantel, because he showed me this third dog is just, you can look in their eyes and they feel so sad and they just don't have anyone to love them, and it's just going to pull at your heartstrings. I think it's a third one coming into your house.
Right, okay. Probably sounds like me. I like animals.
And I see that it's going to come to you in a weird way. It's not like your normal, a friend has this dog they're getting rid of. This dog looks like it has not been well taken care of. So I'm not sure if y'all have strays there or if you go to, but this dog definitely is going to pull on your heartstrings, and you're going to cave.
Yeah, probably.
It reminds me of my male Great Dane. I don't know if you watch me go live much, but I have 2 Great Danes, and I did not really want the boy one, but that's what happened.
All right, okay.
I have sucker written across my forehead.
I know it's
Right.
easy to want animals.
So whenever you get that third dog, that third one, that next one comes into your life, you have to oh, interesting. You have to let us know. Okay.
Yeah,
So
well.
the cards I'm pulling, the first two cards, it was very interesting. I was like, where is this reading starting out? Because the first two cards, we have the Queen and the King of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
Swords is, I don't know if you're familiar with cards, they're associated with the air energy, kind of like emotions and airy fairy type flowing energy.
Yeah.
The Queen is really about unbiased judgment and having clear boundaries. Oh, it's not. Oh, that makes sense. I looked at it wrong. It's the Queen and Knight. That makes so much more sense. You have gone through a time in your life, Chantel, where you really had to learn to have clear boundaries. You had to learn to communicate you had to find your voice to communicate in a clear and concise manner. You almost used to communicate too nicely. I don't know if that's a thing, but you would skirt the issue so much people wouldn't always understand what you were talking about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
After that, and they're saying, yes, you've done a really good job of that. And because of you doing such a good job being able to put up these boundaries and communicate your wants and needs in such a clear and concise manner, you're headed in another direction. You have changed your life, and so you changed the trajectory in which you were headed in a good way, and now you're headed in a new direction, and that's the Knight of Swords. It's about being ambitious and driven to succeed. Is there something you've been wanting to start, kind of a change to your life, trajectory change?
A lot of people, I'm not too sure at the minute, but some people have said to me before about like a change of career would be good for me.
Yes, it would be. And it's funny you mentioned that because the next card is the Five of Pentacles. Pentacles is about work.
Right, okay.
If you stay where you are, you're going to miss out on a big opportunity. The Five of Pentacles is about financial loss, a feeling of abandonment, and worry. And so I was like, oh my goodness, is Chantel going to lose her job? No, I don't hear that you're going to lose your job. It's just going to be, you're going to miss an opportunity where you could better yourself. You could find something that is more fulfilling. What do you currently do for a living?
I'm a travel agent, so like I work in travel.
I don't know. That sounds pretty fun. Do you not like it?
It's good, but there's targets and they're very like on your back about them sometimes.
Gotcha. It's your classic sales position where
Yeah.
you have to, if you don't meet the targets, then yes. That is what I was feeling. That makes sense because I was feeling like there's a portion of your job that you love, but then there's this other portion where you feel like I can't do it. I'm a failure. That's it. Sometimes you feel like a failure because you are really trying and you're not meeting their targets. I do think really a new job would make you. Now, there's an idea that you've had in your mind that you've been thinking of starting. Is there something you kind of have had this inkling of an idea? What is this idea you're thinking about?
I'm not too sure at the minute.
The reason I'm asking that is because the next card up is the Eight of Swords. This Eight of Swords is about negative thoughts and self-imposed restrictions. It's like there's something that you do really well, Chantel, that you are really good at that you don't recognize.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm just going to pull up another card and get very good. Exactly what I was just talking about. The next card is the Two of Pentacles, which is about time management and getting your priorities straight. I was like, really, what did you need to do that about? The Fool, it's a new beginning. This is all about you need to start something new. It does not need to be, I don't feel like you need to completely change what you're doing. It feels more of, the best word I have for it is a tour guide type mentality, where you are more involved in the hospitality end of things. You are very good at making sure those little fine details are taken care of. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So right now you're working in a job where you don't get to have this up close personal relationship with your clients. It's just about selling, selling, selling.
Mm-hmm.
You would do much better in a job where, yes, you're selling, but also it's about this high end of getting to make sure every need that your client is wanting is taken care of.
Yeah.
Now, what is the name for that, people? I'm asking the audience. What is the name for the job I just described? Does anyone know? Do you know what it is, Chantel, the job I just described?
No.
Do you know, Dee?
Mm-mm.
It feels like a high-end concierge.
Right, okay.
But that's not it. That's the best word I can come up with it, but it's more of a high end of an all inclusive type. These people need to go on vacation. And so you build this vacation, you build their excursions into it, and you make sure their driver is there. VIP experiences, Deba just put in there. There you go.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I did not know there was a thing, but there you go. Deba just put it in there. VIP experiences. You do better with something like that.
Yeah, it sounds quite good.
Yes. So now, and also know the Fool is the next card that came up. So that is about new beginnings and possibilities. And don't think you're not good enough, because I'm hearing that a lot of times you negate your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely good enough to do that.
That would be quite good. A bit of a change.
I was just asking Spirit, I was just saying, okay, now how does she? There is someone around you who is a male that you've either worked for in the past, you've worked for them in the past, or you have a relationship with them, and they're older than you. You look at them as kind of a mentor or someone who you look up to.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who is going to offer you the opportunity or head you in the right direction.
Okay.
So if someone that you used to work for or someone you currently work for who is leaving your company, and it's a male who you have a lot of respect for, you look at for a mentor, keep an eye out for something they suggest. If they suggest something and you think, I couldn't do that, I'm not qualified, don't turn it down. Research it.
Yeah. No, that sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Chantel.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you for that. VIP experiences. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Because Dee and I are poor and we don't do those kinds of things. It's true. That's why we didn't know. We are poor and we did not know those kinds of things existed. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. So thank you, Deba, for helping us out. I so appreciate you. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. And yes, it is from my lives, the sharing of my lives that I Interesting. Okay. Jen, I'm going to ask you to go live because I was looking at your name. I was shuffling and a card fell out. Okay, Jen, I'm going to ask you to go live.
Hello.
Jen, how are you? She paused me. Jen paused me. She's back.
Hello?
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
You paused me, Jen.
Well, I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay, so I was just looking at the names. I was staring at your name for whatever reason, shuffling, and this card fell out. It is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is very positive. It's about happy memories and reminiscing childhood memories. Have you been having friends or family that you haven't seen in a while start making an appearance in your life?
No, but this past weekend I lost my dog, so we were kind of reminiscing about my dog that I've had, that I got pretty much right out of college and that I've had growing up.
Did you hear me talking to the last person that was here?
No, I didn't because I got a call from my doctor's office. I have bad news that they just gave me too.
I'm so sorry, Jen.
Yeah.
I had just asked the person before you to go live and do a card read, and a dog stepped up.
Oh.
It wasn't her dog. She couldn't claim it.
Oh.
The dog gave her a message, but she's like, I don't know, maybe it was a childhood dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was just telling this dog too. Okay, this dog that stepped up had no sense when they were younger. They were showing me just being like crazy, hyper, just all over the place, chasing cars, chasing bikes, run, chasing squirrels. Was your dog like that growing up, or the one that you lost when they were little?
So we lived in town before we moved to our current place, and it's a big city, so she'd get out sometimes and she'd run around and I'd have to chase her pretty much
Very good.
to catch her.
Yes. So that's what she was showing me because I saw her. And honestly, she was showing me. So as y'all know, if you have heard me read for a while, I will tell you how I get some of the information. This dog is showing me just running out in the street in front of my house. And so I thought that was her sign for, I'm plugging y'all up, I'm chasing cars. But no, showing me you chasing her. She had gotten out and you had to chase her. And it's funny, she didn't show me in my backyard that's completely fenced. She showed me out front running in the street.
Yep.
Yes. So there you go. It was your dog that was showing up with the last reading.
No.
And when it wasn't placed, that's the reason. I mean, I had all kinds of names flying across my screen and I just couldn't get off of your name. And then that was when the Six of Cups. So it is a recognition that you were talking about this puppy and that you were reminiscing. Very good. Now, I know that you said you just got bad news from your doctor. Do you feel comfortable staying on screen for a moment, or do you want to go? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay, very good. Because I think this is information you need. The next card up is I just pulled a couple more cards, and almost all of them are major arcana, which is talking about, listen up, this is big energy coming your way. The first card is Magician. The Magician card is about creation and manifestation.
Okay.
And I know that I read you last week or sometime, and it was about you weren't going to receive good news. No, you kind of already knew that from that card read, right?
Yep.
But then after that, I said it's going to end well. I don't know if you remember that, but we had positive at the end of the reading. So this is now where this reading is kind of picking up after that. You just received the news we were talking about that was not going to be the great news from last week. The Magician card is do not give up. This is not the end of your journey.
Yep.
You have stay in your self-confidence. You have the manifestation power. This card is about willpower. It's about infinity, and you have everything you need. Now, the next card is kind of a warning. It's the Devil card. The warning is not about receiving bad news. This warning is about being in your head too much. And I know this is easier said than done. Trust me.
Yeah.
The health issues I've had going through, some of the mind crap.
That's kind of the hardest sometimes.
Isn't that true, Jen? Yes. Yes. This card is about your shadow self and temptation, the temptation to throw in the towel, to say that's it, to get frustrated, to give up. That's where your temptation is. That's the devil.
Yeah.
You're already aware of that. Yes, that can be the toughest part, is the mind games that go on in our head when we're going through this journey. So after that, though, we had the Magician card, which is about keep up the power, stay in action. You can manifest this. You're on the right track. The warning is not those negative thoughts. Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today.
Yep.
And the next two cards are just very positive again.
Okay.
These cards, so when you read them, I can feel the energy. And you could tell last time I freaking hated doing that reading because I knew that what it was saying. This one, though it has a Devil card, there is just so much positivity in it. The Lovers card is next. Lovers is about love and harmony. It's not always about having a sexual partner, or it can, but this is just about having a partnership, leaning into your partners. And I just realized I said partners, No, people, she does not have multiple partners like that. This is about the people that have partnered with you on this journey that you're currently on, which would be,
Yeah.
yes, your partner, your family, your sister, those people that have come to kind of to give you strength.
Yep.
The last card is the King of Pentacles, which we're switching gears a little bit with this King of Pentacles. Have you or your husband recently had an opportunity to advance in your job?
Well, I actually had a job interview a week ago. I didn't get it, but then I have another job interview next week, and I feel pretty confident about the one coming up because I have a friend that works in that area who's already put in some good words for me. So I feel confident about that one.
Yeah, I do too. King of Pentacles.
Okay.
And I knew right away, like you could tell just filling into the cards after I was done with this lover's card, we were done with that subject. And I said, yep, we're switching gears here. Now we're talking about who is having some good opportunities. I knew it was you or your husband. I feel really good about that, Jen.
Yeah.
I also am so incredibly sorry about the bad news that you've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like, I know, honey, that it feels like a punch in your gut.
Yeah, but then so the reason the doctor called is because I kind of questioned. I'm like, well, this doesn't seem right. And so they're like, well, they were going to have me do something. And then I was like, well, can you give me a call? Because I have questions. And then they reviewed my chart and they're like, well, actually, let's have you come in and do an ultrasound so we can check things out. It could be something different. So I'm glad I'm kind of advocating to have them relook at things.
Yes. That's Magician card right here. You're manifesting things for yourself. You're leaning into your intuition. It's about self-confidence and clarity.
Yeah.
Like you had the self-confidence and you were very clear on what they were saying. It just didn't sit right with you.
Uh-huh. That was exactly it.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, Jen. That's perfect.
Thank you.
I just wanted more clarification, even though I know I've given you like a whole slew of information here. If you want to watch this, it will be on my YouTube channel here in a few days. The next card is the Hermit card. That is about, yes, okay, very good. Spirit was like, okay, pull some more. Okay, fine. Okay, so the Hermit card, the next we have the Hermit card, which is validating what you just told me. Sit with yourself, do soul searching. That wisdom that comes from within, sit with that. And even if I was doubting what I thought the interpretation of that card was, the next one confirmed it, which is the Eight of Cups. That's about illusions and wishful thinking and not seeing things for as they are.
Okay.
So that is telling me that if you had, because so many people, Jen, would have just done exactly what the doctor said without questioning it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That is wishful thinking. That is, okay, doesn't feel right, but they must be right. Yeah. You've now taken control of the reins and you are making the right choices. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining me today. And I want to appreciate your dog just did so much maneuvering.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first card read I did, I was like, okay, there's a dog here. And she was sweet. She wasn't saying that's absolutely not my dog. She's like, I don't know. My dogs are here. My dogs are alive. It could be a childhood dog. So, I gave her a message, did my deal. And then when you came on here, the very next person, you're like, oh yeah, I just lost my childhood dog. Yes, I have your dog right here. That's your
Oh.
I love that. Also, real quick, this dog is saying that y'all made the right decision. Y'all have been doing some like almost heroic things to keep this dog on planet.
Yes. Mm-hmm. We were hand feeding her since Friday.
Okay, very good. And she's saying enough. It was enough.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
All right, so that was kind of fun. This dog is so funny that he came up with that first person. I was like, okay, and that she was so sweet. The first person was so sweet, but you could tell she's like, I don't think that's my dog. And it wasn't her dog, it was Jen's dog who popped on next. Who knew? All right, for those of you asking, I choose people that are sharing my live to go to do card readings for. I also want to, today at about 3:15 or so, I'm going to be going live on YouTube. So come join me. It's going to be fun. It's a lot different and it's face-to-face. If you haven't done so yet, please follow me on YouTube. Join that live. It's going to be about 3:15. Dee is also going to be there as soon as she can to do some card readings. Dee's really good at cards. And we're going to be switching off. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing card readings or mediumship. I don't know. We'll just see. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. But that's today, YouTube, about 3:15 or so. Dee has, I don't know what Dee is thinking. You know, having massages and chiropractor appointments and all those things. She should be live with us. She will be live. We're going to just surround Dee with, see her flying through all of her appointments, because if they go as they're supposed to, she'll be with us in time. So we're just going to envision her with her little angel wings flying through all those appointments. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Okay, Vacations by Lissa. I'm going to ask you to go live. Hi, Vacations by Lissa. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Where are you located?
Pennsylvania.
Interesting. Okay. The reason I said interesting is because Pennsylvania is not really a state that drops in my awareness very often, because I'm in the middle of the United States. I'm here in Nebraska. But there was a reference to Pennsylvania earlier today, and now so twice in one day I'm having this reference to Pennsylvania. So that when things like that happen, I'm like, that gives me pause. Now I was going to do, oh, there you are. Ah, you have awesome energy.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. Okay. I was going to offer to do a card reading, but there is a spirit here. Do I know you?
Yeah, I mean, you're collective.
Yes. I was like, I know your face. Yeah. Yeah. Dee is like, yeah. Okay. And thank you for being in the Divine Collective. So for everyone watching, the Divine Collective is fun. There is a grandmother energy here. You want to take her?
Yeah.
Very good. This grandmother energy, okay, instantly, what is she making? It's like oatmeal cookies or oatmeal. Did she have like these certain cookies that she made all the time? Because he's not showing me her making a bunch of different cookies. It's like she made this one kind of cookie all the time.
Just chocolate chip.
Oh, it's chocolate chip. Okay, very good. I thought those were raisins. There was something different about them, though. It wasn't just like a normal chocolate chip cookie. Did she put like nuts or something in it?
She just the Toll House ones.
She's being funny because I'm looking at these cookies like there is something different about them. It doesn't look like just a normal recipe. And so she, I was like, what's in them? And she starts doing a little dance and shaking. Like she puts just a little juju in there.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, okay, very good. She is saying that the trick is to use real butter. I don't know if you remember that, but she is saying that the trick to the very best Toll House cookies for everyone watching is to use real butter. I was like, is it salted or not? She said, it doesn't matter, but if you use salted butter, don't put any extra salt in there because the cookies will turn out salty. There you go. Okay, Miss Lissa, she is saying that, okay, so now you're a travel agent. I'm seeing that Vacations by Lissa.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Something else. Now, Pennsylvania has come up twice. I can go weeks and months without having someone pop on or that does travel agents, right? I've now had 3 people pop on screen with me today, and 2 of you were travel agents.
That's so crazy.
Also, I'm going to need to sit with that. Let me make a note of that. That is weird. Now, she is saying that it's time for you to change, not change jobs, change the way you do your job. Is there, I'm not sure, I don't know anything about travel agents. Is there something that someone new that you've been thinking about partnering with, something new you've been thinking about adding on to what you offer?
Not really. I mean, I'm fairly new to it, and I'm still trying to like get my bearings on it.
So when everyone watching what I was doing, I was going back to the spirit. I was like, okay, that's not matching up real well. Did I get it wrong? And she said, no. She was confirming I was on the right track. So let me fill into this. She is showing me very well. Okay, very good. That you went into it thinking it was going to be one thing. It's going to morph and be something else. Now, are you already starting to feel a little of that? You went into it thinking it was going to be one thing, and you can see it's not quite going to be what you thought it was?
Yeah, it's a lot more than I thought it was.
Yes, very good. She's saying don't give up. You are where you are supposed to be. There must be some more to this than what I thought, because she's showing me there is so many like little fine-tuned details that you have to make sure that are covered. And sometimes you've been finding it overwhelming.
Mhm.
Don't. You are where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure if she mentioned specializing again, and I saw a cruise ship. I don't know if that's a specialty, but she shows me that is a specialty.
Yeah, I specialize in cruises.
Okay, good. You're specializing in the right thing. She was showing me, I was like, oh, we can specialize in cruises. I was going to tell you to do that, but you're saying you already do. You're on the right track. You're in the right spot. She is confirming that because she is definitely telling me things I did not know.
Okay.
She's also saying that you have been kind of worried about finances lately. That is going to continue for like 3 to 4 months. And then you're going to feel that break.
Okay.
Was that towards the end of the year? August, September, October, November. Yeah. And so kind of, can you believe 4 months? It's kind of towards the end of the year already. Lord have mercy. Where has this gone? But I feel when I think about this number 4 and looking at 4 months, I feel kind of lighter. I feel like I can breathe that sigh of relief. And she's saying, stay the course. So I don't know if you've been frustrated enough where you thought you were going to, maybe, did I do the right thing? Am I on the right track? Have you been having those thoughts?
Yeah.
Yes. So definitely you're on the right track. She more confirmed that, not just in the information she was giving me in the beginning, which she did, but then she further showed me the ships, like, no, she needs to specialize in cruises, which then you said you are. So she further confirmed all the information I had said and gave me extra detail to make sure that we were confident I was on the right track.
Okay.
So make sure you're leaning into that. Make sure whenever you're feeling that extra frustration, sometimes our frustrations can be the questioning ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do the right thing? Am I on the right track? Oh my goodness, maybe I should go do that. But when we know, nope, I'm on the right track, I need to put my head down and go. And you have kids? Lisa? Two? You have a little boy?
Yeah.
Just one little boy?
Oh boy.
Okay, very good. She is around that little boy all the time. Like, that is the sweetest little boy. She just makes me want to, which I wouldn't, it'd be completely inappropriate, but she makes me want to, like, kiss his little cheeks. I'm like, kiss it right here. I love it. That is such a sweet little boy. Oh, yeah. Yes.
She passed right before he was born. She didn't get to meet him.
Oh, that's cute that you think that. She said, I met him before she met him.
Yeah.
So if he starts talking about seeing a lady come to visit him or weird things happening in his room, that is completely your grandmother.
Okay.
She will always be around him. And I don't know why she is saying it like this, because he is young, so why wouldn't he have a long life ahead of him? But she is saying he has a long life ahead of him.
Okay.
I don't know why she's putting it that way, but there you go.
He had a heart issue, so could be that.
That is exactly it then. Yes. So I was like, was it not fixed? And she said it was fixed, but you still kind of get into that state sometimes of what would have happened, right? Right. Thank you, Lissa.
Thank you.
All right, so that was fun. Let's see here. There we go. All right, that was fun. I love it whenever I roll in to do a card read and Spirit is like, yeah, no, I got things to say. So we let Spirit say what they got to say, right? I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. All right, so Gabby just shared my live. So Gabby, I'm going to ask you to go live with me. Okay, Miss Gabby, are you new to TikTok? Welcome to the TikTok family. I want you to, down at the bottom, Gabby, is two people side by side. They're the outline of people, and it's blue and pink. Click on that. It's called Guest Request to Go Live with Me, and oh, very good. Gabby was on it. Hi, Gabby.
Oh, how are you?
Good. Where are you located?
Omaha.
Oh, Miss Gabby. I had no idea. I guess you already knew I was in Omaha, right?
Yes, I've actually seen you a few times.
In person?
Yes.
Very good. All right. Well, since you're in Omaha, I will tell you and everyone out there. Do you know Christy Patterson, Gabby?
I don't think so.
She is. Well, I don't. She channels an extraterrestrial being called Ramadir, and her and I are doing an event here locally, and it's going to be August 28th. We're doing an in-person event, so grab some girlfriends and go. You can get the tickets on my website.
Yes, we'll have to.
And please share my event. So go to my Facebook page and share my event if you don't mind.
Perfect.
All right, Miss Gabby. I was going to do cards, but okay, there's a spirit stepping up, but honestly, I'm not convinced they're yours. So
Okay.
think outside the box. There is a grandmother energy who I'm pretty confident is yours, but when this grandmother energy stepped up, this other gentleman stepped up with her, which piqued my interest more.
Okay.
So let's see if we can place this this gentleman. This gentleman looks like he is, okay, I would say Hispanic descent. I was about to try to describe him as being like, you know, tan skin, this beautiful, I was going on, and then he looked at me and he said, just say it. All right. He is of Hispanic descent, Miss Gabby.
Okay.
He's letting me know that he was just the sweetest of people, but he hung out with a really rough crowd. He got mixed up with, what are you showing me? He got mixed up with, I'm not always sure what I can say on these lives. I'm going to say drugs. I'm not sure if I can say it, but there we go. Hopefully I don't get slapped. He got mixed up with the wrong crowd and definitely started experimenting with some drugs. He had a very bright future. He was very smart, but he didn't do anything with that intelligence. He didn't go to college or build a business. He didn't do anything to further his, do you have siblings, Gabby?
I don't have any full siblings. My biological father kind of slept around, so I know I have some that exist out there that I've never met. And then my mom's had one child after me and then miscarried another one. So
Okay, very good. He feels like he, because it doesn't feel like he's completely attached to you. It feels like he's attached to some person who, like, one removed from you, like a sibling or a partner. He feels like he's more attached to them. Not that you wouldn't know him, but he's not close.
okay.
So kind of get in that mindset. We're going to kind of move a layer out.
Okay.
He's also showing me that this did not cause it. This was my hesitation. I wasn't sure. It's like, did you die violently? He did not, but he was in a couple of fisticuffs before his passing.
Okay.
Like, it was getting pretty rough around him. His crowd was getting pretty rough. He feels like he passed from a mixture of things in his system. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like who this could be. And like thinking about even like my parents and like friends that they've lost. And
He was
I know
young.
one, okay, like
ahead.
younger than 50.
46.
Okay. Were they in the military?
I hear your dog hassling in the background.
Yeah, my dog is right next to me. We're outside.
He says it's hot out here. Can we have air conditioning? Okay, so now once you say something, like when you ask if it's in the military, I can't use it because then that
Okay.
is information. He's showing me, he always had a beard and he had kind of I want to say a lopsided smile. I don't know if you would remember that. Like it was kind of like I don't know, a smirk or something. Before he would full smile, you would see him kind of smirk all the time, like, or I can't do it. But anyway, it was kind of like a half smile. Does this gentleman sound familiar to you?
Potentially, but I don't feel like it's somebody that I was super close to.
Yeah, it didn't feel like that. That's the reason I'm saying we need to think outside of all these people that are close to you. So that would make sense because he was showing.
Was there something like, could substances have caused something inside of his body to happen to cause him to pass?
Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're asking, but don't give me any more explanation. Let me go to him and hear what he has to say. Okay, so he was funny as heck. So I don't know if you knew the person that we were talking about. He could be very funny, like kind of overly dramatic when he wanted to be. Because I was like, what happened? And he's doing this. He's like, like he's just doing all these different ways, all the things that were hurting him. And that's interesting. And like his whole body was shutting down. And he is saying it was from all the alcohol and drugs in his system. They caused I'm seeing, and he was very young, so I'm surprised, but he's saying that there was plaque in his system. There was he had liver issues. He also had some heart issues. He was very young to have all those issues, but he said if you treated your body the way he treated his, you're going to have all those issues too. Who did you think it was? A friend of your dad's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I thought it was going to be, I wanted to ask you if you were married because it feels like, remember I asked you if you had a brother or something? I instantly knew he was attached to a male who was around you.
Yeah.
And so then when I started, you were having a hard time placing him, which I knew you would, just so we're clear. In the beginning, I said, you're going to have a hard time with him. Then he showed me very definitively. This person, which is a dad, grandfather would have been here, and then him. Yep. So he was a friend of your dad's?
I think so. My dad was in the military, and they had like the typical military wedding. Everybody was in their dress greens, and I think it was somebody that was in their wedding because he passed away pretty early, and that was a very sudden loss.
Very good. Okay, so now we're going to stick with him for just a second. Have you recently lost a necklace? What is a necklace reference? Something weird that's happened with a necklace around you?
Oh gosh. Well, so a while ago when you read me, my great grandma, I got a necklace from her after she passed away, and she came through and was like mad that I hadn't worn it yet, and I still haven't worn it.
Okay.
But beyond that, I've had like necklaces break, but not anyone that was important. They were all ones that I had made.
Okay, so that is exactly what we're talking about. Because remember I said there is a grandmother energy. I know for sure she is yours, but I'm more interested in this man. Remember when you came on, I said that. So I don't know if you noticed, but as we were talking, my necklace just fell off.
I didn't, but actually, if it is the person that I thought it was that was coming through, he got me necklaces when I was adopted.
Very good. So that's exactly the reference I was talking about. I said, what? Because I knew you hadn't lost a necklace. I knew it wasn't that, but I knew there was a reference to the necklace. Okay, so very good. All of a sudden, as we were talking, my necklace just came undone and fell off.
Yeah, and I completely forgot that he gave me that.
Very good. So that is, I love it when Spirit does that. It's just more confirmation of who we have. Like you're like, I think it's this person. I think it's him. I think they were in the wedding. So he just gave me more information for you to be definitive. Yes, this is who it is. Now,
I'm
if you
gonna have
ever
to call
come,
my dad.
yes, if you ever come to me, this is not just for Gabby, this is everyone watching. If you ever come to me for a one-on-one reading, the first thing I say to you is let go of who you think might step up. Just because you are not energetically connected to someone on earth doesn't mean once they pass, you're not connected. I will give the evidence, but you need to open up your mind to who that evidence might fit. So I want to remind everyone what great evidence this guy gave. I told Gabby she was going to have a hard time placing him. I said, he's not attached directly to you. He's a layer out. He's attached to her dad. That is a layer out. So he's attached to a male around her. That's her dad. So I gave enough information. Gabby thought, oh yeah, I think it's this guy who was in my parents' wedding. She was still kind of hesitant. All of a sudden my necklace fell off. And that was the cast. I said, what does this have to do with a necklace? He had given her necklaces, which she'd completely forgotten. Okay, now that we have all that straightened out, let's see what this gentleman. Okay, Gabby, he's showing me you're kind of at a fork in the road with your life. Is that so?
Yeah, there's just a lot of branches that I can go in. I have a year left of grad school, so everybody's asking what I'm gonna do next and where I want to work and all the things and the
So
next life steps.
You said everyone's asking what you want to do next. He said whatever the hell she wants to do next, which is him saying, sit with yourself and yes, you can take other people's advice. You can listen to them, but you have to do what resonates with your soul. So make sure you're doing what you want to do and what feels right to you. Which tells me that you're going to start leaning in a direction that people around you are going to kind of be questioning, like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that? Yes, you are sure you want to do that.
Okay.
Also, this gentleman is going to be the one who sends you the butterflies. He is also telling me to tell you to think outside the box when it comes to the butterflies, which means he's not just going to be sending you the butterflies that fly up to you out in the outside. He'll be sending you butterflies in weird ways. All of a sudden, you'll meet a friend for a lunch, and she'll have a mug of water or whatever, and it'll have a butterfly on it. So just think outside the box when you think about these butterflies.
Okay.
All right, Gabby, and I was about to let you go. And he said, ask her about a small group. Have you ever contacted me about having a small group in your house or someone around you?
No, but my mom's gone to one of your small groups.
Ah, very good.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it must be time for someone around you to have a small group because that's what he
100%.
All right. Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you.
All right. This gentleman did a really good job. I appreciate him today. He did a good job with his information. He was very precise. And whenever Gabby was like, I'm not sure, the necklace is well, I think she was sure, but she was like, why is he stepping up? All right. Don't forget, if you want to see me in person, I will be going. I have an in-person event with another person locally. Her name is Christy also. So it's the Christy and Christy, and that's going to be August 28th. You can get the tickets on my website. And then this is not on my website yet because I just am in the process of getting it together. But the next day, August 29th, I will be doing a free event via Zoom to see if Intro to Psychic Medium is right for you. So I'll be doing some readings and explaining how I'm getting the information. This afternoon, around 3:15 or so, Dee and I are going to be going live on YouTube. So please join us. That's a lot of fun. It's more up close and personal. So when you go to YouTube and you see I'm live, you have to click on the Zoom link, which will be provided in the comments, because it's going to be, so you'll access the Zoom link, a Zoom room, which is then being put out on YouTube. Does that make sense? All right. I want to thank everyone who has joined me. I'm going to go grab something to eat because I have to do a healing here in a few minutes. All right. Y'all have a great day.